looking for answers, but I'm blinded by the light. I'm lost in the music, can I stay here for the night? I promise I'll be gone in the morning, out of sight and out of mind. Your legs are standing still. It's like you're stuck in a nightmare, but you keep doing it for the thrill. Well, this is reality, you only live it once, so wake up from your dream. But just for tonight, let the lines get blurred, let your thoughts be free, let your thoughts be free.
Hello, bonjour, hello, salut, everybody, and I hope you're all having a very fine Thursday evening, morning, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. It is me, the one and only. I was top of 500k for literally a couple of hours. I'm probably sure I'm not going to be anywhere near there now. The game will update and let me know. In fact, it doesn't really matter. All I know is that this week is now over, and we look forward and move forward to next week. And I'm looking forward to chatting with you guys, talking to you about what my plans are. Want to say hello to everybody in the chat. I want a special thank you to Alex Volo, who is an absolute legend. Alex has provided me with a template so I can make thumbnails in the event of Alex not being available, which really just makes life a lot better. Let me just put some music on. Here you go. So hello guys. Hello to Paul Wickett. Hello to you, Hardcore Twitchers. We've got One Life Soccer TV. We've got Max Roberts there too. Dazid. Zimmy's here. Cinnamon 11 Toenail. Ragav says the intro slaps. We've got FPL Josh, we've got Zimmy, we've got Cage, we've got Juicy Bear, we've got Harry Doherty, 69 points. He is showing off. He's showing off. Respect to Ukraine, absolutely. FPL says, you know, and when Alex Follow says to me that spending time watching our streams, watching the football is a welcome break from the general real world. It just blows my mind. Like the fact that you guys are here now. Like I love the fact that you guys are here now. Don't get me wrong, but the fact that you guys are here now just to chill out with me for the next, you know, hour, it's very humbling. I'm not gonna lie, guys, and you know, 73, 75 people tuning in right now. We're on obviously Twitch, we're on Rumble, we're on other platforms too, and I just you know, I'm very grateful for your support, every single one of you. The members really keep this channel kind of alive. I did a members video earlier on covering what Steve-O said in his Deep Thoughts video. Just gave my sort of viewpoints on it. It's been a wild game week in the sense that, you know, defenders have come through. Mitrovic has come through tonight. Are you guys happy with the points from Mitrovic? I see he's not getting bonus points though. So Steve, I think he's getting 6 points. Is that right, guys? Hello, Connor. How's it going, mate? 20 points. You captained Raya. Get out of town. Get out of town. Evening, Thomas. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're doing well. So my team, I got 54 points. It's nothing to be excited about, but it did mean I didn't take a minus 12. At the end of the day, I didn't take a point hit, but I did lose my free hit chip. Is it worth it? I mean, I'm gonna have to be honest with you guys. Borderline, I would say this is very borderline. I would, with the fact that Mitrovic came through as well. I mean, I'm going to go as far as saying that it was not worth it. I wanted minimum 60 points. Like in my mind, I wanted minimum 60 points this week. If I'd have got 60 or over, I would have said the free hit was worth it. But because I've only got 54 points, I'm going to throw my dummy out the pram and I'm going to kick and scream. But you know what I said, guys? I said, if it doesn't pay off, it doesn't pay off. I am at peace with my decision. I knew what the risks were. I understand that using this chip now was a big advantage to rivals that have yet to use the free hit chip. And I completely get it. I completely put my hands up and I say, you know what? I knew the risks. I took them anyway. I got 54 points. It could have been worse. It could have been worse, chat. You know, Nunes may not have scored, you know. At least I got some points from him. You know, and at the end of the day, it's done now, and we move forward. And I did get a green arrow. I did get a green arrow from it. So, you know, if I'm not gonna start feeling sorry for myself. Why is the screen not working? That's weird. Slightly concerning. Oh, there we go. It works. There we go. It works. So yeah. Here's my team. You can see Darwin got me some points there. Firmino, meh. Wilson, meh. Trossard, meh. Son, meh. Mount, meh. You know, it's, oh my God. The players I brought in, the back line saved it for me. The back line saved it for me. Double Chelsea, Trippier and Dunk. The 8 ball was right about Nunes. It was, yeah. Where's Amanda when you need her? When, you know, to talk about Nunes. Where were the goals this week? We got shafted. Bailey, yeah. However, I have a plan for the next game week. Does anyone want to have a guess in the chat as to my plan moving forward? Game week 13. Anyone want to have a guess? Big at the back has returned, says Hardcore. I mean, big at the back. I wouldn't say Dunk, Kepa, Cucurella is essentially big, but in terms of premium, I would say that it's just been a bad game week for the forwards. It's been a bad game week for the forwards. you know, at the end of the day. Sign Man United players. Here we go. Sign Man United players. Foden in. Man United players in. Value at the back, says Ragadav. Saka took a knock in tonight's match. Oh, crap. I've just taken a -4 getting him in. I hope not. Or have I? I enjoyed that 2-0 win, Jason. Yeah, I mean, we're so inconsistent with our performances at the moment, United. I had to run to the shops, so it was kind of like frustrating for me because, you know, Bruno in, says Top Tim. Bruno in. I feel like a -8 Foden, Saka, and Rashford. Not the worst moves in the world. I'll give you that. I think I'm gonna blow you guys' mind. I think I'm gonna blow you guys away. Right, so an exciting bit of news, which I'm happy to share with you guys. Tomorrow, I'm going to be getting a delivery of a item that I've been waiting for a long time for. It's going to be going in this corner here. It's since May of this year I've been wanting to get it, and it's an electric drum kit. It's a Roland drum kit, which I managed to find on a really good offer. Paying it in installments, you know. And VAT of lube, yeah, funny one, Cage Paps. We're gonna get him banned. Rods. No, and I'm really excited to learn a bit of Avenged, a bit of better metal drumming, and I'm taking it very seriously. And maybe in the future I may upload a video of me playing a song on it at some point. Who knows? But where the guitar is now, it's not overly big. It's just going to be in the corner, just a drum kit, electronic drum kit. So yeah, adds to the aesthetic of the room, you know. But anyway, a Bruno signed shirt. I've still got my Lingard West Ham shirt. Should I bring that down? Should have been 4+ against Spurs, says FPL Josh. Did get a signed football shirt for Rashford too, which wow, nice. Do you have an interface so you record it on? Yes, yeah, I've got a USB interface so I can, you know, do the whole recordings. So yeah, I am looking forward to it. Hello, PK7. So who is wanting to see? In fact, let's have a bit of fun. Hello to everyone on Rumble. Hello to everyone on Twitch. Hello to everyone Facebook, Twitter, wherever you're watching it. Hello to Infam watching on Rumble, and anyone else watching on Rumble. We've got 3 people watching on Rumble. So hello to you. Evening Jay, I got 60 points. Very nice. Good point score, man. Absolutely brilliant point score. So let's have a little game, shall we? I'm gonna do, you guessed it, I'm gonna do a poll, and I'm gonna, for the 5 minutes, I'm gonna run it for 5 minutes. You guys are active. We've got 98 people. Bloody hell, guys! We've got 98 people watching this stream. Are you that curious to find out what I've done with my team? Really? It's just because you wanna give me some stick, isn't it? That's what you wanna do. Now, how do I create a poll again, guys? Okay, here we go. Done. Has he done a no hit? And just going to maybe do 1 free transfer, maybe get Reece James out, bring in, I don't know, Cucurella. Has he decided to do a -4? Has he decided to do a -8? As he decided to do a -12 or more. There we go. Let's see what the chat say. Oh, Amanda's in the chat. Hello, Amanda. Praying that he keeps Darwin. Well, I can't because it's a free hit. Soccer knocker. Saka knock looks bad, says FPL Josh. You took a -12, says Matty Winalot. Where did Dalat go to? What do you mean, Harry? What do you mean? He's not gone anywhere, mate. He's still in my team. He's still in my team. You know, Booner's in the chat as well. Booner, you know, he nearly got me Zaha points. Booner literally tweeted out 5-10 minutes before the deadline saying that Trossard was benched courtesy of Lamella in the alias of none other than FPL Rockstar. Of course, I fell for it, hook, line and sinker, transferred out. If you actually look at my transfers, you'll see that I transferred Zaha in for Trossard 10 minutes before the deadline. Then I realised, oh, it's Booner. What a dick. Transferred Trossard back in, of course. You know, Zaha outscores him. I still have Darwin. Amanda, I think if you could have 11 Darwins in your team, I think you would have 11 Darwins, literally. A -8 to get Kane in. Nope. I had Kane anyway. Definitely a -8, says FPL Maestro. -4 says Cinnamon. Hey Dilkington, how are you doing, my friend? Booner was trying to help me in the absolutely FPL Bailey. Booner was trying to help me in the end, and I didn't take the message. I didn't take the sign, you know. Firmino to Darwin or Firmino. Right, okay, it's a -4, says FPL Josh. I think, oh, Dilkerton thinks that I may have got Bruno Gomes in and Anthony. Oh, that's differential City. That is differential City. I like that. Jason hasn't got the balls to take more than a -4, says FPL Josh. Have you been watching this channel for more than 18 months? Because if you haven't, then you probably might think that. But if you watched this channel since the beginning, the first 2 seasons of me playing FPL while streaming on this channel, I was taking -8s, -12s, -16s, -20s, pretty much week in, week out, I was taking a hit. And you know what? Majority of the time they worked out. And I didn't give a rat's ass what anyone said in the chat, what Steve-O said, or any of the FPL experts out there, because I actually did pretty well. And the VODs are there if you want to, you know, go back and go, oh my God, what's Jason doing? And everyone was like, what is he doing? He's gone mad. He's taken a -20. A bullish FPL player. Who have you got on your bench? Wow. I can't reveal my team just yet. I'm going to give it to 4 more minutes and I'm going to literally reveal my team. So at the moment, the poll guys, if you haven't voted on the poll, it literally takes 2 seconds. Use your finger, right? Get on your phone, get in the chat and vote on the poll. And whilst you're at it with your finger at the same time, hit the like button, all right? It's not hard. Because you know what? YouTube algorithm hate our guts. And the only way we can actually show up on any suggested results is if you guys like the channel. There's absolutely no chance of organic growth with Steve-O throwing the F-bombs. I was listening to Steve-O's content earlier on today in the kitchen. I was washing up and my little one was there, and she was like, "Oh, Daddy," I'm like, "Yeah." Steve-O says the bad word a lot, doesn't he? I'm like, "Yeah, darling, he does. He does say it quite a bit." I voted for -12, says animations. Well, Jason, you must be happy with the free hit. Piss off, Daddypool. I'm not happy with the free hit. I needed over 60 points really for my mindset to be happy with that. I'm disappointed in the game week. The risk was there. I'm not going to keep going on. It's over now. It's finished. What has happened has happened. You guys can say, you know, you said I shouldn't do it, but you know what? I don't care. Hi everyone. What are the price rises to help solve a debate? What time? 2 o'clock in the morning, aren't they? At 2 a.m. Foden's going to go up. Saka's going to go up. Gomez on the verge. You know, 4.5 entry into the Liverpool defence. FPL Seb says, I don't think it's shadow banned today, Jason. Loads of people here. Okay, I'll tell you we are. Everybody here right now is sub to the channel. Like, can I just get a plus in the chat? A plus if you're sub to the channel right now. Give me a plus in the chat. Show me how many people are subbed to the channel. Okay? 3, 2, 1. Plus in the chat if you are subbed to the channel. Let's see how many people are going to do it. And the rest of them are bots, you know. No, in all seriousness, okay. Thank you very much. Can you put a minus in the chat if you're not sub to the channel? A minus in the chat if you're not sub to the channel, and then we can all call and name and shame you guys. Right, I'm going to read out the results of the poll, and the results of the poll are as follows. What has Jason done? -8, -4, -12, no hit. The poll has ended. 66 people have decided that they will vote on it. The majority of people think I've done a -8. 39% of the viewers right now think I've done a -8. I can tell you right now that you are incorrect. I have not done a -8. What do you think I am? Some sort of noob? I've just done my free hit. Why would I do a -8 after my free hit? When I said I wasn't going to do a -12 and I used my free hit to stop my point hit from -12. Like, the whole point of me doing a free hit was to stop me spending points. So why do you think I've spent points? Come on. What do you think I am? Some sort of noob? Do you think this is my first season playing the game? Well, I've got news for you, because you know nothing. Jason, I reckon you did Martial to Tony and James to Diaz. Denver says, because it's not beyond you. Yeah, you big noob. You listen to Steve-O. -4. No. No. To be fair, lurkers don't use the chat. No, and to be fair, you know, lots of people right now at this time of night, they may be settling down to go to sleep. They may be doing, you know, last minute washing up after a nice supper, putting their kids to bed with an earpod in one ear, you know, listening to me harp along to delay the reveal of my team for as long as possible. We've been going for 23 minutes, still haven't revealed what I've done. You know, are you in suspense yet? Are you? Can we get over 50 likes? We've got 45 at the moment. We've got 100 odd people watching. Oh, we just lost one person then. We've got over 100 people watching. Okay, hit the like button. Let's get up on the algorithm. Come on, let's get us up. Ironing the laundry. You know, what are you doing? In fact, what are you doing right now? What are you doing right now? Let me know. Foden in, says Amanda. Amanda? I've got no windows in this shed. There's no way you're watching what I'm doing with my team. Max probably already knows. No, he doesn't. Nobody knows. In fact, one person knows what I've done with my team. Hell no, I'm just setting in at work. 10 hours to go. Wow. 10 hours at work. Top Tim's on the toilet taking a dump. Lovely. Hoovering the cat, says Hardcore Quitches. Hold on, says FPL Seb. You have a heart attack every time Steve-O says that. I think you've done Martial to Mitrovic, James to Trent. Interesting. Just can't see Jason taking a hit with that team. I'm not in suspense. Your team sucks, probably, and haven't got quite. I'm not in suspense. Your team sucks, probably, lol, and haven't gone quite, mate. Lol, at 1 AM. Fucking hell, FPL Josh, when do you fucking learn to speak English? Jesus, man, I'm never reading any more of your comments out again. This glass of bloody juice has got a higher IQ than you. Come back when you can type. animations playing FIFA. What are you playing? Online? Are you playing it on career mode? What are you doing? I stopped playing FIFA in FIFA 12. Eating dinner at 5:30 in the afternoon, stateside. Nice. What are you having for dinner, Connor? I'm ironing a oh, yeah, come on. You know, stop being so silly now. You know. Josh on the glue. Yeah. Is he under? He's at 1 a.m. He's underneath the bed sheets and he's struggling to see on his phone because he's not got his contact lenses in, and he's like trying to type out a coherent sentence, and then there's me trying to translate it to you guys, because you don't read the comments. Yeah, sorry. Playing Ultimate Team. Oh yeah, good old Ultimate Team. The game mode that gets you to spend lots of money. And then the next game comes out and all that money you spent is for nothing because you start again. Currently packing to go to I know it's France. It's for the Pokemon tournament. It's Lille. Is it Lille? I think it's Lille, right? You're going to Lille. He can't type, to be fair. I could barely understand him earlier when he was throwing insults at me because he was so pure. Your price rises between 6 and 10 p.m. in the evening, says FPL Junkie. All right, okay. Jason, it's 10:28 Muppet, he says. By the way, I had 2 hours sleep and I was telling FPL Junkie rises at 1 a.m. too. He's just mad because I'm right. No, it's fine. Autocorrect on the phone can help. Just let you know, turn that on. 10:28 in the evening. Yeah, it's the same time for me. It's fine. I'm feeling hostile today, guys. That's off the algorithm. Good luck in the tourney, Max, says Cinnamon. Will Saka play game week 13? The guys seem to think that he had a bad knock, so there's a doubt. We'll have to wait. Right, okay, let's just reveal what I'm doing. Matt has been a member. Matt, let's shout out Matt, shall we? Matt has been a member for 21 months to the channel. Thank you so much, Matt. 7:30 a.m. in the Brisbane. Good day, mate. I've got an uncle that lives in Brisbane. He used to fly ANA, and I think he's flying back to Virgin now. He lives in Brisbane. He does the whole long haul flights. His family's in Bristol. I think he moved to. I obviously don't speak to him that much because I don't even know where he lives. I think he lives in Japan now with his girlfriend. But his family's in Brisbane. And I need to go to Australia. It's one of the places I want to go. Other than America, I want to go to Australia. I want to go to see what is available in Australia. Other than, killer spiders and kangaroos. I want to find out what there is to see in Australia. Probably the Barrier Reef. The beaches. Maybe the barbecues. I don't know. Maybe they're pretty good over there. It's just a long way to go, isn't it? Just a long way. 10:30 in Wales. Funny that, isn't it? It's funny. It takes the same time as me, Thomas. Saltwater crocodiles. You won't see me walking near any of those. My girlfriend going to Lille this weekend. You better not meet up with her. Max Roberts, says the Flying Dutchman. The odds of that happening are probably just as high as me winning FPL this year. I am right, Jason, about the price rises. They are between 1 and 2 a.m. UK. I think they're around 2 a.m. in the morning. I don't know if it's a set time. I don't think it's actually per minute. I don't know. All I know, it's around 2 a.m. and literally most people are asleep at that time. So don't worry too much about it. I'm not coming home. Good song, this. I finished 2K last year and I've been watching this channel for over a year. Well, this is why you're getting so good. This is why you're so good at the game, because you watch this channel, isn't it? FPL Chank. Right, let's just reveal what I've done with my team, right? Because this is like, we've gone over, it's half an hour in. We're losing viewers by the minute. We've got 55 likes. You guys are retarded. Yes, I said it. You need to get that finger out and you need to press the like button. Right, I'm gonna play the outro. I'm joking. I love you guys really. I'm just doing the whole good guy bad guy thing because I'm on my own today. Okay. 2:30 to 3 a.m. No, we've got. Why can't anyone say the same? Oh my God. Snog, marry, kill has been given in the chat. I'm not answering that question. Hello, Isra. Never listened to Steve-O. Learned it last year. In 8 months, by the way, I've been playing 6 years. 2 top 5k, 1 top 3k. There we go, man. Never listened to Steve-O. Never listened to Steve-O and I nearly won FPL. Loving the aggression, says Gothic Van Life. I'm actually feeling... Do you know why? I ate a whole bar of dairy milk. Yeah, I know I'm a fat fucker. I've just eaten a whole bar of dairy milk, fruit and nut, which I'm not talking about the little tiny ones. I was watching Unsolved Mysteries on Netflix and I just ate this big fucking family-sized bar of chocolate and I feel like I'm bouncing across the walls of the shed right now. You know, I've got life in me. This is vitality right now. Gary Halliwell, hello mate, how you doing? Jason and I both did Mount to Foden. The whole world brought Foden in. Actually wondering how do you do any merch? Jason Simmons says, yeah, we did, but I haven't got the merch shop back up and running again. If we have enough people asking, I'll do it, but yeah, it's not high on my priority list just at the moment. Mr. Deadline, 6 players not starting and Mings with a -2. You're joking, Lucid One. That's ridiculous, man. 3 Liverpool players absolutely mudded, says Harry Doherty. I ate one of those Christmas chocolate Santas earlier, a big one from Lidl. Oh. Yeah, the live where you made fun of me because you were wrong. I remember that. Whoa. Which one was that? I mean... You have Dalot on the bench, says Harry. No, I don't have Dalot on the bench. No chance, mate. Ezel says, great content. Keep it up. Thank you. Oh, here we go. We've got a comment that's been flagged. Yeah, this. Can I just say, like, this is one of the reasons why YouTube is in decline. I'm afraid. You know, we've had a comment held for review. Here we go. The comment is from FPL Josh. And FPL Josh says, Steve-O just takes a -12, says 600 fucks to make him feel better, and then goes and cries when it shits himself because he's Captain Mount over Haaland and luckily gets away with it. I mean, you know, each to your own, but yeah, YouTube flagged that comment and they probably flagged this stream by now, so not advertiser friendly, you know. It's okay because majority of our streams are not monetized these days. You can't be eating Christmas chocolate before Halloween. I mean, did you hear about the Aldi, the bunny rabbits that they did at Aldi, that they've been forced to dispose of? They have to destroy them because they look so much like the Lindt chocolate bunnies. Like, you can't have them anymore. Jason, did you swap De Bruyne for Foden, Martial for Nunez, and Cancelo in for James? No, I didn't. Keyword triggers on YouTube flags, absolutely. Sorry, Jason, that got split. I mean, literally, man. You're free to say what you want as long as you're not as long as you're not being derogatory, inflammatory directly to a person. Then you're fine to have a bit of banter. Obviously, Steve-O gives it as much as he takes. So, and I do. I mean, I'm no expert. I'm no FPL guru. Don't take what I say for as FPL advice. Not financial advice. I can't believe my strategy of switching to a back five actually worked out with Trippier, Williams, captained me and Veltman. Wow. Potter Ender Gaming. I don't think I've read your name out. Have you liked and subscribed? Just asking, for a friend. A hardcore Twitcher says time to get Salah in. No. Right, okay, here we go. I'm going to tell you what I've done with my team. So I've done something which I haven't done for a little while. I've taken a drastic action and I've decided that I'm going to attack the fixtures, attack the remaining 4 weeks, 4 game weeks, and I'm going to do transfers. When I say going to do, no, done. I've done transfers, and I've done the following. Let me just see how I'm going to do this because I want to show you guys what I've done. Okay, here's my team reveal for the next week. Here we go. I'm just going to show you it. Ooh, did you see it? Did you see it? Kepa in goal. As the Villa Lager. At the Villa Lager. Oh yeah, I took Son out. I got that pile of crap out of my team straight away. Here we go. Kepa as the Lager in goal. I've got a back three of Trent Alexander-Arnold, Deleo and Trippier. I've got a midfield of Zaha, Martinelli, Foden and De Bruyne. And up front I've got Firmino, Darwin and Haaland. You guys... break it down. Let's break it down, shall we? There's goals in that team. There's clean sheets. There's assists in that team. There's an amazing goalkeeper at such an amazing price point. And it allows me to still have an all-star bench of Andreas Kilman and Nico Williams with Ward as my secondary goalkeeper. This, my friends, is absolute gold. This is like, you know, it's just the epitome of perfection when it comes to an FPL team. Game week 13 cannot come soon enough because I'm going to get absolutely way more points than Steve-O because he's got no real threat to me. I don't think he's only got one City player, 2 City players. I've got 3 City players. And I've got 3 Liverpool players. I've got 2 of their attacking options in Darwin and Firmino. Who needs Mo Salah when you've got Darwin and Firmino in your team? I literally am over the moon with this team. Gepper! That team is insane, says FPL Junkie. Love the Foden, Jason. Thanks so much. Oh my god, I got some praise for once from FPL Josh. Jesus in rest is very good. No. I don't need Jesus right now. If Firmino starts to get benched, then yeah, Firmino comes straight in. Jesus comes straight in. Lovely team. -12, says Matt. Zaha. What? He's getting some points, you know. I could go Saka. But, you know, here we go. Booner's like, Darwin wasn't in training if they came off with an injury. By the way, not a joke. Comment from Beyond Cop today. Lol. I'm fully prepared to get mudded. But you know what? I've got Andreas on the bench. You know, he's not a bad option. If the worst is to happen. Thank you, Dilkinson. Buy Dallo, clean sheet. Maybe Kepa's as well. If both teams score, which is likely. Maybe, but I think Kepa's going to get loads of saves. That's what I think. If you watch United play, they'll have lots of chances. They'll have lots of shots. But they're shooting. Okay, barring the Spurs game, if you look at the amount of chances of shots, look at how many saves Lloris made. All right, a lot of them were at him, to be fair. A lot of them were at him. Kepa's going to make the saves. He's going to get... I would say he's going to get 7 or 8 saves in that game. Maybe, yeah, 7 or 8 saves in that game. Klopp said he felt something he told him at half-time last night, so probably the reason he substituted and missed the train today. Honestly, I'm not worried. I'm absolutely not worried at all. Loving the Liverpool trio, says Ezal. Boona, ITK. I wouldn't trust Boona with anything, honestly. Boona is not a source of reliable information. I'm very sorry to say. But anyway, thank you, Nick. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, please do so. Follow us on the social media at EliteFPL. Join us in the Discord. The Discord is an amazing source of information from actual experienced FPL managers where you can go in, you can chat in the Hangouts group, you can literally chill out in the general chat, you can post your team in the Rate My Team. You can come on air and talk to us. If there's anyone that wants to come on right now and speak to me for the next half an hour, then feel free to go into the waiting room. I'm willing to have you come on and chat with me. But yeah, the Discord is such an amazing place. Here it is here. You can see that the live match chat is a bustle of activity with people putting memes and reactions to the goals and everything like that. It's a bit of a crazy Wild West. Is the live match chat. Rate My Team channel where people post their teams. Let you go. Like, what do you think of my team, mate? Armour on, very good. So he scored a goal, won the goal. You're gonna get him in, like it. He's done a free hit as well. Wait, he can't have done that. No, he did that. Wait a minute. He did that before. Oh wow, he did. Yeah, had Almiron in on a free hit. Wild Moy, big shout out to you, man. Free hitted in Almiron. But why have you got Havertz? Why have you got Jamie Vardy? No, it's all gone downhill for you, mate. Yeah, we have actually got some more greener FPL players in our in our Discord, as we do. We got Danish Doughboy in the chat. Danish Doughboy, how's it going, my friend? How you doing, dude? You alright?
Jason,
Yo.
I tuned into the channel, heard that you were able to speak to someone for the next
man.
5 minutes, so
yeah, talk to me.
Yeah, I see you're doing much better than last season here. Looks like you're top 500K. Well done.
Wow, probably not after Mitrovic tonight, to be honest. I'll probably maybe 600K, probably drop me about 100K.
Oh no, what has he done? I haven't checked.
Well, he got a goal, didn't he? So it's bad.
Yes.
I'm
You
banned.
can't have them all though.
Yeah, okay. I said 6. I'm actually 700K in the world with the. Oh, you guys think I did a minus 12?
You were happy with Tuesday's results? For me, Tuesday's results were yummy.
No, not really. I wasn't happy. I loaded up on attacking options and absolutely none of them paid off apart from Nunes. So yeah, I was pretty disappointed that the only points I got really was from what's this here?
From who?
From Nunes, sorry. No, I was reading the chat. See, I can multitask, but unlike women who can do everything at once, I was in a parents' evening tonight. And
parents' evening.
Yeah, parents' evening tonight. And we were talking about like learning and stuff like that. And my daughter's actually got the ability to listen to the teacher and actually like play with it, like or chat to a friend at the same time, because she's actually doing really well in school.
Right.
And I said, really? I wish I could do that. And then the teacher turned around to me. She was a lady, of course. She said, well, the thing is, men can't multitask. And it's true. We can't multitask. Women can, men can't. I can't read the chat, answer questions.
Does that just mean that we're good at focusing? Is that another way to interpret it, or?
I think we're good. I think we're good at practical things. Maybe I don't know.
I also feel like children, in a lot of ways, they are just amazing, aren't they? I feel like when I was a child, I was able to. Everything was new in the world, so I was excited about all things, and that was the reason why I gave a lot more effort into activities rather than feeling that things were mundane. But I feel like that's the reason why we all got to find our inner child.
Yes. And I'm actually, when you have a child for yourself, you realize the whole, I mean, I could do a video all on this subject alone. When you grow up and when you're like an adolescent or you're a teenager and you're thinking, oh, I can't wait to be an adult. I can't wait to get my own place. I can't wait to, have a car. I can't wait to, get married and have a family. But you wish for that when you're like in your early teens, or so a lot of kids do. And, there is literally, kids are really quick to try and get out of childhood is the point I'm trying to make. And being a child is so important, and not having the pressures of having responsibility and the need to think about the bigger world out there. I mean, my little one, 5 years old, she's reigniting my interests in various things. Like she learned about the Titanic. So she's talking to me about the Titanic. She's telling me all about it, and saying about they thought it was an unsinkable ship, and that not everybody made it off, and when she gets to
the story.
Yeah, it's a tragic story.
It's tragic.
But the video, the movie's incredible, right? Titanic, the movie, and obviously she's way too young to watch that. But one day I will look forward to showing her the movie. Obviously, the awkward scene will be a bit awkward in the carriage, but
yeah.
We'll skip that scene. But things like little things like autumn. Just it's autumn now. The leaves are falling off the trees. She's absolutely fascinated by it. Like she'll look at a tree, and she'll stand mesmerized at the tree. And those trees that have got those helicopters that twirl down as they fall down off the tree. She's just like blown away by it. And she's like, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy!" And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "Look." And she's watching these leaves and these little like nuts and
Yeah, and it brings you back to
seeds,
a
and I
time
think to
when you
myself,
remember that moment,
and I
or
think,
you realize the beauty of it.
yeah, and do you know what? It really kind of puts life into perspective, because like we're all worried about, bills. Are we able to pay the bills this month? Are we able to, afford Christmas, and get,
Yeah,
and
it's
like,
fortunate that that's what
whereas,
life becomes. But yeah,
yeah, but
good to have these reminders.
for her, it's like the here and now. She doesn't care about the future. She doesn't care about what's happening. Like, she's like focused, in the moment, and it's just like, oh my god, this is just pure delight, from something so simple.
Yeah.
So, and I'm envious because,
She hasn't
yeah,
seen what a cell phone is. She hasn't had the
yeah,
dopamine like stripped from her
yeah.
at every given moment. And I feel so in ways I feel
But
like
she's not.
energy is just
But
deprived from me. But she's innocent. It's the
but
innocence.
also like she will let me get her ready for school. Like, I'll do her hair, and I by the way, never ever done a lady's hair in my life until I've had a child. And
Whatever you do, don't give her a haircut she'll regret when she looks back at photos.
but
Let it grow.
but like,
yeah.
things like, sorting out her clothes, what she's going to wear for the day. She doesn't care what she wears. She actually doesn't care. Like, I could dress her up in Christmas jumper and shorts, and she would go out happily, trotting, skipping down the road, not a care in the world. Doesn't have a care about her image. I mean, at 5, you don't, right? You don't really at 5. Or
Yeah.
you would certainly hope not. But in the future, but my
really
like, I am sick inside thinking like, what's going to happen in like, when she's 8, when she's 9, when she's 10, when she's got this.
She starts putting on makeup when she wants
Oh
a cell
man,
phone.
I'm absolutely.
When she gets her first boyfriend.
I'm absolutely like, I am so worried about that. Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what are you gonna do?
Flying Dutchman says,
That's the future, though.
Just Flying Dutchman saying in the chat, just imagine Jason showing the Titanic to his daughter, and then when the carriage scene comes up, he starts dancing and blocking the television screen. Well, we might just have a problem with the remote at that moment. Steven Gerrard has been sacked, apparently, says Boona. Now, I don't know if this is just to derail the conversation or whether it's genuine. Let's find out.
Yeah, let's find out. What do you think? I mean, is Gerrard doing that poor of a job?
Yes.
What is Villa's expectations this season? I mean, I feel like they're just like
it's a results game,
mesh.
And I think that he's on very thin ice. I don't see any news about him being sacked, Bruno.
It was a bad result. I mean, red card. What was it? 3-0. That's it's not a good one.
Yeah. So, I think this is a natural transition to asking you how your team went. Have you posted your team and the team screenshots?
Sorry, I did take a screenshot. I'm gonna post it right now.
Can someone give me a link, please? People saying he's been sacked. All I'm seeing 34 minutes ago, the Daily Mail saying Aston Villa are assessing possible Steven Gerrard replacements. Wait, hang on. Has there been another goal? Wait, did he get...
Games are done, right?
No. Was there another goal at the end that I didn't know about? Oh no, it was a Ming's own goal, wasn't it? It was a Ming's own goal. Yeah, that's fine. I had my heart in my mouth thinking, hang on, did Mitrovic score another goal that I didn't know about? No. Yeah, the third goal was Ming's. No, I don't see anything about Gerrard sacking. I just see fans calling the Telegraph saying the fans call for Steven Gerrard sacking after Aston Villa crumble against Fulham. BBC 13 minutes ago, BBC reporting Fulham 3, Aston Villa 0. Steven Gerrard not going to quit as pressure grows. MSN saying, get out of our club, Aston Villa fans make feeling clear over dismissal.
Get out of our club. Who do you think they are?
Wow.
I don't know. He's Stevie G. I think he's a legend. He knows football, and who's better? And who's going to come in, instantly know the language? I mean, we saw that with Unai Emery. It was pretty ugly how the fans reacted to him and his his lack of language skills, although his tactical skills were brilliant. I think the language barrier, sometimes people underestimate that. But
yeah,
Gerrard's probably not the best manager. Anyway, I've posted my team in the chat if you want to take a look at it. I already made my transfer. It was Rashford to Foden, and I guess
this is your team, game week 13. You're playing Ward, are you?
I think so, because I have Sanchez, who's playing City.
Yeah. Trippier, yeah. Gary, Cancelo, okay, yeah. Foden, Zaha,
I haven't
Salah.
had the best of seasons, so.
How long you had Salah for?
I transferred him in for De Bruyne last week.
He's left, Jason. Check the Villa Twitter. All right, one moment. I don't read comments, chat.
Oh, here's a topic. How do you feel about the United situation at United? As I know you're a United fan.
Sorry.
Is it disrespect going on there, or?
Yes, but I feel that I agree with Mark Goldbridge in the way he says that Ten Hag is demonstrating that he is in control.
He's the boss.
He's the boss, and we have got a tweet here from Aston Villa. Aston Villa Football Club can confirm that head coach Steven Gerrard has left the club with immediate effect. Tweeted 10 minutes ago.
Wow.
I didn't call you a liar, Boona. I just said, give me a link. It's a case of a boy. Yeah, absolutely. Boy who cried wolf. Absolutely. Wow. I can't say I'm surprised, but who are they going to get coming in?
Exactly. Sam Allardyce can come in and save him.
Yeah, Big Sam. Anyway,
get Tuchel.
Yeah, what's that manager that I actually like? But I can't think of his name right now. That's a big help right now, isn't it? Is it Nagelsmann?
Nagelsmann.
Yeah.
Which league?
I'll get him up now in a second. You'll see. What's going on here? Nagelsmann.
What happened to the old Wolves coach? Nuno.
German is Bayern Munich. He ain't gonna leave Bayern Munich.
The old Bayern Munich coach. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Be Pochettino. Steve Bruce. Get Steve Bruce in. Get Wenger in.
Yeah.
Accelerate. Thank you so much. You're watching this on Accelerate is on Twitch, saying he's watching us on Rumble and YouTube. So you must be on all three platforms, giving us the viewership. Thanks so much. So there we go. There we have it.
Platform entertainment.
There we have it. We have officially got news from Boona and chat that indeed Villa have said goodbye to Steven Gerrard after that humiliating defeat against Fulham. I would say, colour me surprised. I wouldn't be.
Let's look at this. 17th, 6 losses, -9 goal differential.
Wayne Rooney could be interesting. Cage Paps, that would be an interesting one. I would love to see Wayne Rooney. I would love to see Wayne Rooney.
Let's get one legend out, another one in.
Thanks for the stream. Thank you so much, man. But yeah, can we let's just go back to your team. And here it is. So definitely Captain Haaland. Not Salah against Forest.
Yeah, I mean, but the thing is, I got excited about Salah scoring that hat trick in the Champions League. Comes back, scores against City. beautiful days, and then I see Firmino and Darwin Núñez and Salah play as that front three, and how that's going to operate with Jota and Diaz out. And I just think it pushes their attack formation down the right side towards Salah, and it kind of crowds him, which forces him to play more as a right mid
Good night,
versus
Amanda.
being up top, and it takes him away from goal, which is annoying. So even though they're playing Forest, I just think I'd rather put it on Holland and just be safe.
Well, I think that it's going to be very interesting. I don't think many people own Aston Villa assets, but if new manager comes in, are you tempted to jump in on any of them?
On Villa assets? I mean, who are we talking about?
To name a few, Dinya's out injured, but Bailey, McGinn, I mean, Watkins.
No.
Watkins will be the one,
Maybe
right? Ollie Watkins.
I guess.
But he's got one goal to assist in 12 games. It's just not good enough.
It's not good. And there's so many better forwards than going to Watkins. He's probably like 10th to 12th choice.
Yeah, right? when you got Mitrovic, yeah, and then
Newcastle looks good. So
even Solanke,
Solanke's nice.
Yeah.
Wilson's nice.
There's no options. There's no options at Villa that you look at and think, yeah, I could have him in my team.
There are those teams in FPL that just have assets, right? And there are others that just have 2-point liabilities.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it feels like Villa is kind of in that bracket this year.
Yeah, definitely. It's disappointing for Stevie G, but
yeah,
it's a numbers game at the end of the day. If you're not getting wins on the sheet, you're not going to stay in your job for long.
Well, for a little while there, I was optimistic about Stevie G. I thought he was bringing in some good players. Like the signing of Coutinho was a big deal. I thought that brought some excitement to the club. And Danny Ings looked like it would be okay. I mean, he's a lethal goal scorer. And it just never really worked out with him and Watkins playing together. Digne, I thought was a good transfer. Like there were good projects.
On paper, it was an interesting combination on paper, wasn't it? But it just hasn't gelled for them. Maybe a new coach is what they need to drive them forward. Who knows? I just think that not good news. Not good news for Villa. And I would love Wayne Rooney to come in. That'll be a dream for me to see Wayne Rooney back in the Premier League. Wayne Rooney for me is one of the all-time greats. Great FPL. He was a great FPL option, but certainly Premier League all-time player. He's up there as one of the best, and
he deserves to.
Would love to see him.
He would definitely draw in a lot of viewership.
100%.
People would tune into his games.
Yeah, and like the work he did at Derby as well was just ridiculous. Like he's a good manager.
I even heard that he was paying players' wages when
he was.
COVID had happened.
Yeah, and he did. He got close to keeping them up as well. Perhaps United could get Ramsey. Right. Okay. I mean, what are you doing for this upcoming week? Have you made a transfer?
I took Rashford out, which, looking back at it, might have been a little too quick because now Ronaldo's out of the squad. Means Rashford's likely to play up top as a midfielder.
But against Chelsea, Chelsea, do you think he's going to get many chances to score, many goals?
I think it plays into Rashford's game.
Harry Doherty won't agree there.
He loves running in behind. He's just a quick player. I don't think he's great in the build-up, but when you've got a counter possibility, like I could completely see Casemiro stealing the ball and just shooting it up the field into the corner flag. Rashford running onto it, one touch, bang, goal. Just like against Arsenal. Like that's Rashford's game. So I'm kind of bummed I sold him, but I brought in Foden because he's essential at this point.
I mean, Rashford against Thiago Silva, pace in behind. No chance keeping up with him, is there?
Sure.
It's definitely if Chelsea play the high line or get caught on the counter attack, there is a chance there for Rashford to literally just go 1-on-1 with Kepa, easily peasy lemon squeezy.
I have not been. I think Chelsea are the luckiest club this season with the results that they've had. Potter's great. I think they're learning a new style of football, but I think some of the results have just been really lucky. Even when Mount scored his brace, like nothing against it, but it was two silly goals in a way. So
Firetog's asking. We said, did you say what your hit was? Firetog saying in the chat. Did you say what hit you were? So I did a -16.
Oh, that's how you got this team that you have now?
Yeah.
I was gonna ask if you wildcarded or something.
Have you got one of these?
Because I really like it.
These are really good. These little putty things, like getting your dust off your keyboards. Just
Oh, you just kind of it's like a
Play-Doh
thing.
Well, it's like this
yeah, it's like a goo.
Okay. Like a goo, you roll it across the keyboard and it gets all the dust out of it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. John Harris is in the chat. Right, John, how you doing, mate? You're right. Rashford in for 2 game weeks maybe for an option for me. Go for it.
2 game weeks. I mean, he's got really good fixtures after Chelsea. I'd just keep him.
Well, two game weeks and then assess, right?
For me, it's 2 game weeks and assess. For me, it's Foden, Saka, Martinelli, and you can choose that 4th option depending on where your money's at. But I think Zaha's a nice option. He's got really great run of fixtures. And the forwards, I would say...
Top Tim, I'm not looking forward to the come down, mate. Sorry, carry on.
Jesus, he's got 4 YOLOs. So if you have him, keep him until he gets that 5th and then maybe trade him out. But don't transfer him in. So it's a nice time to have Jesus in a way. Tony's nice. He's amazing. And then you got to have Mitrovic.
Well, we've got Max in the waiting room as well. I've just seen. Sorry, Max, if you've been waiting for a while. Max, sorry for keeping you waiting, mate. I've only just checked. So we had someone in the waiting room. Don't know how long you've been waiting for, but no, absolutely. Options are there. I mean, but your team going forward, you've done the Rashford out. Who did you say you brought in for Rashford?
Foden.
Yeah, that's a good move, man. That's a good move. Foden's on fire, man, for City. Pep loves him. Against Brighton, he's going to outscore Rashford, in my opinion, against Chelsea. I think Foden against Brighton.
Yeah, he well could.
Yeah, I see a bigger upside for Foden.
But yeah, I'd still have Jesus. So for me, it was better to triple up on City than Arsenal first. And I made a silly move with my wild card in game week 4, and I had Haaland and wild carded him out for Kane. Yeah. And then Haaland scored back-to-back hat tricks. So that's why I'm sitting about mid 3 million.
Wow. Okay. So you learned your lesson on Haaland. So you're going to perma captain Haaland now going forward?
Yeah, basically.
Fair enough. well, thank you for...
I've been hurt by him. But yeah.
Thank you for breaking down what you've done with your team. I think that you're fine. Your team's fine moving forward. I mean, Tony against Villa is looking pretty tasty now, isn't it?
Moving forward. Absolutely.
Yeah, good defense, good midfield, good attack line. So yeah, good all-round team. Got a strong bench as well with Sanchez there too. Not much more really I could say other than a lot of the common players in there. And I would say that
it's a pretty basic team.
To be honest, that's a pretty standard team. You haven't really got any wild differentials there.
No.
But yeah, man, thank you for coming on and chatting. You can stay if you want to while I speak to Max.
Absolutely.
Max, how you doing, mate? You need to unmute your mic. Is he gone to sleep? Max may have gone to sleep, chat. He may have gone to sleep. He's left, which means here we go, he's back in now. Max, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Can.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I was there, just it wasn't working for some reason.
Okay, how's it going, dude?
Yeah, not bad. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you very much for asking. I'm a little bit, just kind of licking my wounds after that free hit. Moving on to forwards and looking to take advantage of, some cheeky transfers for going into game week 13.
How are you, Danish?
Yeah, life is swell. I'm
Good
over
stuff.
in Amsterdam,
I keep getting a notification on YouTube going, now would be a good time to insert ads. So I'm going to insert an ad. I'm going to insert an ad for you guys to watch, just to piss everyone off.
Who have you got in your ads?
I don't know.
Who's sponsoring the channel?
Is anyone watching it? Is anyone watching it right now? Tell me what the advert is.
I'm not, but I'm sure there'll be someone in the chat, sure.
Jason, what I think would be cool for the channel is that you come up with your own brand of ads to run.
Yeah?
Yeah. Get sponsored by Manscaped or something.
No, we actually had Manscaped reach out to us and asked us to sponsor for them to sponsor us. The deal, Gymshark too. The deal was, hang on. Did anyone get any ads then? Did anyone get any ads? This is a way we know if we've been kind of thrown off the YouTube, because I've literally just pressed the play ad button. If no one got ads, then either you guys have all got ad blockers, or we just aren't getting any monetization at all. No adverts, says everyone in chat. Okay, fair enough. I
heard Steve was working on a partnership with a vest company. Sleeveless adverts for Steve. That would be a good
sleeveless vest adverts. No, Manscaped reached out to us, but they were like, you need to flog 100 of these Manscaped products and we'll sign you up for a permanent deal. And I'm like, no, thank you. So I basically said no to them. We do get, every now and again, we do get people asking us to promote their shite. Every now and again, we get an FPL app or like a betting company or an alternative fantasy football platform going, would you guys mind, basically advertising our stuff? And it's normally like referral crap where you basically tell everyone to go to their website, sign up, and then put in the code Elite FPL, and then you get like, I don't know, 10p for every person that, and it's like you get F all, and they get the sign ups, and you just think to yourself, all I'm doing is I have absolutely no care. I have no intention of using your shite. So why would I push that on my community? Or why would I do that? So no, see you later, mate. You take your 10p and go fuck off. That's what I say. But
exactly.
I think you go down a dangerous road as well, depending on which ones you advertise for. I think the gambling ones, some of them are a little bit.
Yeah. I mean, it's mainly like things like I'll quite happily say fan teams reached out to us in the past, but kind of literally get. Well, I had 1 year, I think it was 2 years ago. I think every 3 days I got an email from fan team going, season's coming up. Would sign up? Get your community signed up to the fan team. Use this code. And then like 2 days later, another email going, just in case you didn't read our last email, would you be interested in affiliate links with fan team? And I'm like, fuck off, man. By the way, if anyone, if anyone if anyone wants to give us a good advertising deal, then I would listen to it. But a lot of the time, these deals are not good. And all it is just us, like I said, trying to push people over to other people's platforms, which I'm not going to use. I don't know.
There was I remember Andy doing one, and he used to do one for One Football. I don't know if anybody's heard of that, but their app is actually pretty good, and that's what I tend to use for checking score updates and stuff.
People I would happily have sponsor us are the app that I use for FPL, which is the FFM Pro app, which you guys will commonly see in the screenshots out there. It's this one here, the FFM Pro app. Another sponsorship I would be more than happy to do is the FPL Game Week, which I think is one of the best sites out there. I'm using it right now and I can see updated game weeks. I could check my mini leagues, I can look at comparisons against other teams in the mini leagues. Updates really well. It's got a nice feed on the right hand side, give me the impact on what my team versus other of my players, managers in my team. That for me is it's a free to use website. I love using it. I would happily get sponsored by them. I'd happily throw people over to them. But at the end of the day, they don't need. This isn't like a paid platform. This is a free to use platform. So, it's word of mouth really that they rely on. So that's why I'm happy to talk about FPL Game Week, and I'm happy to talk about. I mean, the FFM app is a paid app, but you do have a free version. But the FFM app is really good. Other than that, there's very little that I would actually. Live FPL is another one, but I haven't used that for ever since FPL Game Week came out. I've not used the live FPL, but I know Ragabolian has done a good job, and there is another platform that reached out to us, and I think, God forbid, I don't want to say too much, but another flat NO from us. Oh, I mean, I'm not against businesses trying to gain members and community,
but it's got to be worth it for you.
But
sounds like
absolutely
not benefiting you. As
and
you see it benefiting them. It's like a one-way.
Yeah.
Objective. So
yeah, and I will talk about the Rumble League. By the way, I'll do a stream tomorrow in the daytime for people in the Rumble League. I'll do a video. Sorry, I'll do a video upload on Rumble tomorrow in the day, just covering the events of the Rumble League. Whilst I'm currentently talking about leagues, we'll talk about the Rivals League very quickly. We'll just get that up on the screen. I've climbed up this week, Green Arrow, but I'm 8th in the Tour Elite, 6th in the Rumble League, 27th in the Rivals League. David Foster's just doing absolutely amazing, 730 points all out, at the moment. It's more than that now because he's got an extra 11 points. 11 points today from Mitrovic and Andreas coming through for him. So again, he's going to be shooting up even more. It's another 9 points on that. So 739 points overall. It's just ridiculous. I mean, he's 23k in the world, for God's sake. I mean, how do you compete against someone that's doing so well? First in the YouTube chat league, in the Rivals League. Look at his team. I mean, he took a -4. He's got 42 points, which isn't great, but it's still roughly about the same amount of points.
With Bowen.
It's the same amount of points I would have got if I had a free hit. So you got unlucky with Bowen, But again, back line, bringing some points in there for him. You got Salah captain, disappointment with Mitrovic, getting him some points as well. But just storming it, absolutely storming it. First place there. Second place, we've got Leonor. What am I talking about? Leonor Messi. Leopard, Jordan Leopard. Second place in there, 48 points. It's 63 points now because he's Mitrovic, Andreas as well playing tonight. He's got points from Almiron, Trippier, Zaha, Castagna, Salah, obviously Salah captain. Points from Nico Williams and Pope in goal as well. His backline's just pretty much all of his players at bar, Kane and Gay bringing in points. Gay, Kane and Andreas, the rest of the 8 players, all getting him something there. Very, very good. Second in the Rivals League. We've got Sendia Raj Singh, who's at MNFC, third place. He's jumped up to third place from India.
Yeah, he had a nice looking free hit.
62 points. Yeah, nice free hit there. Again, nice looking team. Mitrovic, Darwin. He's going to be reverting back to his other previous team. Free City players. Martinelli there too. I look at, he's doing incredibly well, and he's storming up he's 69k in the world right now. He's doing really well. Justin on the bench for 7 points. Look at that. But yeah, 62 points this week is very good. Very, very good. I'll be very pleased with that. But yeah, Max, we've got you on. First of all, what was your thoughts and what did you make of the game week?
It's so weird. Just clean sheets for everyone. It was just not a week for attacking players. If you had if you had 5 at the back, you probably ended up with 5 clean sheets.
Yeah.
And it was disappointing. It was poor from a watching perspective, and it was poor from an attacking perspective, SPL-wise. Like, Mitrovic was incredibly lucky today. I don't know if anybody watched the game. They got a penalty which Matty Cash handballed it inside the box when he was trying to do a cross. It was very close. Debatable penalty anyway. It gets given. Mitrovic hits it straight at the keeper, hits Martinez's midriff, and it ends up in the opposite corner. So that could have easily been saved, and Mitrovic would have been on for a -2.
Yeah.
So then ended up with no points.
Does he not see the live chat? No, JWL, I don't read the chat. I don't read any of these comments. Can you imagine sponsor on Steve-O's video telling us to F off and the impressions of members think they'd free thing? Yeah, well, this is the thing, man. It's like just kind of, I don't want to keep... When I read the chat, it brings us back out of the conversations that we're having. I mean, we've said it many times before. We're a very niche style of YouTube channel, and that's why we've had to branch out to other platforms, because we are not what I would deem advertiser friendly. We're not. We say the F-bomb. Steve-O likes to say the C word. I don't like the C word. And we have banter, which is, between community members. We encourage a bit of banter, and not everyone's going to like that. Not everyone's going to tune into it. And, that's that, we're not going to change our identity because we want to encourage sponsorships and advertisers. That's not what we're about. And we may get penalized for it. We may get banned for it. We may get suspended or shadow banned or whatever. But so be it. That's just the way it is. That's the way the cookie crumbles. But moving back to the conversation, you're right. I mean, have you posted your team, Max, in the team screenshots?
Yeah. I mean, my team's not very... There's not much to say, to be honest.
Where is it?
It should just be in team screenshots, I believe.
I've got one from the 18th.
But if I could just comment on your channel here, Jason, I love this community, this channel, because you have a lot of characters within this league and within the Discord that aren't afraid to make decisions that are against the grain when it comes to who to captain, who to transfer in. You guys are taking -16s. You're playing the game the way you like to, and it's just fun to see, instead of playing it like a robot, making all of the correct decisions all the time. So, kudos to this channel for being unique.
It's in rate my team, Jason.
Oh, you've put it in the wrong channel. Oh, thank you.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah.
So Dilkinson's going, good night, mate. Good team for Game Week 13. Good team, mate. You know it's a good team. It's good. Okay, one moment.
I say, there's no real talking points with that team. I'm rolling a transfer. The only thing that's hurting me slightly at the minute is having Salah and De Bruyne, which is kind of taking money out of my defence.
No, it's not hurting you, mate. Not having Salah and De Bruyne. Believe you me, it's not hurting you. You wait and see. Against Brighton, I can see that be 3 or 4 goals, I think, in that game.
It's more just the fact of maybe I want to get a premium defender at some point.
What's hurting you is that you've got Salah in that midfield. That's what's hurting you. You shouldn't be looking at De Bruyne and Haaland.
I don't hate having Salah on my team.
Why?
I know
he's playing in an unfavourable position. He's not doing anything in the Premier League right now that would warrant his price point. And you can free some money up, downgrade to you could even go Nunez if you really, really wanted Liverpool attacking options, and then use that money to just upgrade the defence.
The debate I'm having with myself is that I understand Salah's not playing very well at the minute, and I can see that myself on the eye test.
But it's not just a case of him playing well, it's where he's playing. It's not always, it's not just, he's not having a good game, he's not playing very well, he's not the usual Mohamed Salah or the Salah we know, but it's the fact that his positioning is so far to the wide, he's almost like playing in the position where Trent would have been playing last season. He's out wide, further back, sitting on the standing on the touchline essentially, and you just don't want him there. You want him more central, running into the box. But until such a time that Firmino, until such a time that Liverpool changed their midfield, that's not going to really change. I don't see. It might do, but I just don't see it happening anytime soon. But you know,
Salah, sorry, go on.
No, I'll finish what I said.
Just saying, Salah for me is one of these players that I look at on a week by week basis, and it's more the fact that it's not usually how he performs; it's usually who I can change him to in my team.
If he blanks against Nottingham Forest, what are you going to do?
He may come out if he blanks against Nottingham Forest.
If he blanks against Nottingham, you've got absolutely no faith in him anymore because they're awful.
The thing is, it's an easy
we've got
decision.
Leeds at home the next week, so you know what.
This is the issue I keep having. It's difficult to take Salah out when he's got a good fixture. That's the problem.
Well, not if you're not captaining him. It's not.
And the thing is, if I take Salah out, does he get replaced for another Liverpool asset? My debate is always, if I take Salah out, who do I replace him for? Because it's all well and good saying Salah's no good. That's fair enough, I understand. But it's who do I bring in instead? If I've got 2 transfers next week, it's a bit of an easier decision. Because then I can maybe bring in Cancelo and a different asset. But as it stands this week, I do have a transfer, but who would I change him for?
Well, you don't change him this week.
I would.
You gotta leave him.
Not this week. No, you've got Salah against Nottingham Forest. He could definitely be a captaincy pick over Haaland.
I mean, he's a captaincy. Yeah.
You know,
like I said, I'm not changing my team this week. The issue is always who do I substitute for?
What I would be tempted to do is I would be tempted to free money up, get Salah out, maybe bring a Phil Foden in. You got that third City slot there. Bring Phil Foden in. He's gonna get minutes. He's Pep's wonder boy. You know, he's capable of getting hat tricks as well, just like Haaland is, and free that money up and use it for your back line. That's what I would be looking at.
For me, I think if I was gonna swap Salah as it stands, I would get Cancelo in.
Or Rashford, get Rashford in for Salah, couldn't you? And free up tons of money. You'd be able to do all sorts of stuff at the back.
It's kind of strange though because Salah's almost a differential these days. And although he's not playing great, I do like. Although he's not playing great, I do like having that sort of differential player in there, and he's a mega expensive differential. But if he bangs,
Mo Salah being 33% owned is ridiculous, isn't it?
It's madness. Look how many people had him in this week.
But they're going to transfer him back to KDB. I bet a lot of people will be over the next either this week or next week. I wouldn't do it against Nottingham, but certainly after that.
I think the ideal trio from City is Cancelo, Foden, Haaland, though. So I think De Bruyne will become more of a differential as well.
Yeah,
I think this week is mega interesting for what happens because people will have brought in Salah last week, right, when KDB blanked. So now do people move off Salah back to KDB? Because there's no way you have the funds to just do another player to KDB.
Yeah, you can't keep hokey cokey. I mean, the thing is like that for me. What's screaming out to me and looking at that team is, I mean, I don't see a bench, but what are your plans with Harvey Elliott?
For me, it's a wait and see. Because I was slightly disappointed he didn't start. I wouldn't say shocked, but I was surprised he didn't start against West Ham. But my bench is Guimarães, Dalot, Nico Williams, and Ward. So it's not the best bench, but at the same time, like Guimarães, I do like as an option, and he could come in for Harvey Elliott this week. I haven't actually decided. But like because I've got a lot of money, like you look at De Bruyne, Haaland, and Salah, it's nearly 40 million there.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the rest of the team looks the way it does. It's just finding where I want to move, and I think if I'm going to make a move next week when I have the 2 transfers, it will probably be one of my defenders to Cancelo, and then I would make a decision how much funds I had left in order to get rid of Salah, if I decide to get rid of Salah. But I'm still going to be closing my eyes when he's playing against Leeds, especially Leeds aren't playing great at the moment. So it's a difficult decision. I like my decision on paper.
Animation's saying that your team definitely needs a wild card. I wouldn't go that far. Your team's okay. I mean, I mean, there's a few eyebrow-raising players there. Henry, Elliott, you'd argue. I mean, I don't. What's who's on your bench?
So I've got Guimarães, Nico Williams, and Dalot.
So, any reason why you are playing Andreas over Gomes? I mean, Spurs, again, at home to Newcastle. Are your thoughts that Newcastle aren't capable of getting anything out of that?
For me, it's a toss-up between Elliott and Gomes. I would like to keep Andreas as
for the Leeds game.
He's on the set pieces, and he has impressed me recently. And he's out of the midfielders for Fulham. He's the one who seems to be in the most advanced position.
Leeds, right? They're pretty rubbish. So, I mean, they've lost like 3 or 4 games, 3 games on the bounce now. Palace. I'm just looking through them now. Palace, Arsenal, they lost, and then they played and lost against. Obviously, just now, Leicester.
When you look at my team, it doesn't look great, but I'm happy with the players I've got. It's a bit of a strange thing to say, but when you look at like the players like Rico Henry, people don't like that sort of player. But if you look at the amount of points he's netted in the past few weeks, same with the likes of Kilman. They're not big names, but they do tick over. And if I was to wildcard this team again, then it would just probably be a case of Salah.
Have you got a wildcard?
No, I don't have a wildcard.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. No, I don't think it's many miles away from something which you can get you some nice points.
It just looks weird because I've got 2 midfielders that are 4.5 million and 5 million.
That's it. And like you said, like if Andreas was 5 million or more, they still consider getting him in, right? Because he's, like you said, on set pieces, he's lively, playing for, and Fulham are good. They're a good team. So
honestly, if Andreas was 5.5 million and nobody had him at the start of the season, I do think people would consider getting him in now.
Yeah.
It just looks worse because he's 4.5 million and everyone has him.
Yeah, JWL, you come on the show if you're in the waiting room. Like that's how Max got on the show, right? I didn't ask Max to come on. I asked the chat. I said, anyone in the chat wants to come on, go in the waiting room. I'll drag you in. That's the only way you're going to get in.
There was one thing I did want to say when you were talking about something earlier, and it's something I get a little bit riled up about. I'm quite passionate about is these legends of the game. We're talking like Rooney, Gerrard, Lampard, etc. That I don't know if it's the right word, but they get gifted these top jobs without having to really start from the bottom and work up. And it kind of annoys me, to be totally honest. I feel like just because they've been fantastic at the game themselves, the gifted management roles, which other managers have to really graft for 7, 8, 9 years, going through the lower leagues to even get a sniff at where they're at. I love that Graham Potter has got that Chelsea job. He's literally worked his way up to it. I think he was in Sweden. I think it was Ostersund's he was managing. Then he got the move up to Brighton, did fantastic at Brighton, and got the Chelsea job, which I think he fully deserves. Whereas you get like the likes of Lampard, goes in at Derby, doesn't get them promoted, gets the Chelsea job, then gets an Everton job. And then same with Gerrard, gets a Rangers job. Rangers are a big club in Scotland, one of the top 2. Then goes to Villa. Wayne Rooney's maybe the slight differential.
I think Rooney has demonstrated that he's got.
Yeah. I'm literally just coming on to that. I think Rooney's
qualities that you would want in a manager.
Differentials of those 2. But even if these guys are good managers and don't go on to be managers, I just don't think they've earned it. I don't think being able to just go into a top job is fair. And I feel like they should be starting in League One, working their ways up and getting that top job. I mean, like for me, the Lampard thing is just ridiculous. How can you get the Chelsea job after not getting Derby promoted? And again, similar to Gerrard, and like I was saying, the Rooney thing is a bit different because he did really well at Derby, and now he's in America. If I'm correct,
yes,
I think he's managing somewhere in America.
Yeah.
I don't always think that just because you were fantastic at the game translates to being a top manager. And if you are going to be a top manager, earn your stripes. Don't just go get your A license and then go get a job at Chelsea in your second job. Go start at Leyton Orient and prove to us all that you can do it, and come in, and then work your way up to a top job. I mean, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's another one. Like for me, he goes and works at Mulder, and I know Mulder are decent in their league, but to then get the Man United job off the back of it is just crazy in my mind. And I think, honestly, when you bring in these type of managers that are former players, I think they're walking a tightrope straight away. Like, they're not going to be given the amount of time the other managers are because they're technically new managers. So,
yeah, I mean, I can't really argue too much about that. I mean, again, it's down to the clubs and who they appoint as manager, and is the romantic, history of them as professional players factoring into it. Of course, it is.
I just think as well, you're risking tarnishing your legacy. And if I was a top player and had, like a Frank Lampard, for instance, and he's one of Chelsea's best ever players, you're just risking all that to potentially have 6 months in a job. And if you get it horribly wrong, your reputation can just be ruined off the back of that. And I'm not like overly passionate about a lot of things in football because I just kind of let them wash over me. But this sort of stuff, especially with like time wasting aspects, is something that I really wish would change in football. For me, like Steve-O would probably agree with this as well. Like Burnley for Sean Dyche, he did well with them on a shoestring budget for 8-9 years. They came up when Hull City came up in 2008 or something, and they've only just gone back down. And they were literally given nothing to spend. And the fact that Dyche didn't get a better job was just a disgrace in my eyes. And then you get people like Steven Gerrard walking into jobs at Rangers, and it just frustrates me, to be honest.
It kind of where's the justice for the players, the managers that have demonstrated.
There's no earning your stripes. There's no saying that you deserve this. You've been gifted this because of the way you played the game 10 years ago. And I just don't think it's right. People may disagree with that, but I'm not overly confident if I see a manager come in and get a top job. Like Steve Bruce is obviously probably not a lot of people's favourites, but he's got a special place in my heart just because of what he did at Hull City. But he's been there and he's taken the clubs and given it a good go, and he's never got a top job, which probably he doesn't deserve. Newcastle was probably the biggest he got to, but at least he took on teams like Sunderland, Birmingham, Hull City. He tried to work his way up, and when he got there, it didn't work. But at least he gave it a go, and he had a chance.
Yeah.
I won't say any more on it.
Good point. I mean, again, it's not. It's obviously what's the word I'm after? It's heavily in favour of former professionals. And does it, I can understand it when it comes to pundits. I can understand it when it comes to like presenters, yes, because they've got an inside knowledge of what it feels like to be playing in those high intensity games. They've, a lot of the time they're not superstars. They're just squad players that get those jobs anyway, but they have got an experience that they can refer to. Yes, so I can understand why they would be favourable over, say, just Joe Bloggs, who's got a good in-depth football knowledge. However, when it comes to management, it's a whole different ballgame from being a professional player to managing a professional football team. Absolutely different. And Boona's team's on the screen. I'll get to Boona in a moment. I completely agree. I mean, I can't argue your point whatsoever. It's completely valid. And again, it's the same reason why do clubs pay over the odds? Why do they pay such crazy wages? There's lots of things that football clubs do which you think this is just nonsense. Why are they doing what they're doing? And it all comes down to the fact that, there's a stigma attached, I guess, to these players because they've got these histories, these legacies to them that they feel that if they bring him in as a manager, it may attract more fans. It may drive more shirt sales. I don't know. I'm just kind of, it's a business. Maybe it's more of a business decision than it is actually a football decision, if that makes sense.
It just seems like a panic. Like for me, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer felt like a panic when he signed for Man United. I feel like because they couldn't get Pochettino, they went for Ole. And look how that worked out. It's... Like I say, I'm passionate about this and I won't go on about it because I will end up ranting, but I guess my general thoughts, I just wish managers that grafted the way up the leagues and did well with the lesser teams got more of a chance at the bigger jobs.
Yeah.
My thoughts, I guess.
No, good. It's a good point you bring up. And again, you're completely correct. Absolutely 100% as quite often you are. So Bruno wants me to talk about his team. Let's talk about his free hit. He did 50 points on a free hit. What can I say, really? It didn't pay off. But then again, it's just a pretty crappy game week for attacking options. None of his attacking options came through for him. It was his defence. Trippier, Dunk and Pope and Alexander-Arnold. But going back to his team, Boona has asked me to quickly have a look at his team. Here we go. Boona says, Jason, can you review my team and tell me if you'd hold or make a transfer? 2.7 million in the bank. Have you done so have you got a free transfer to use? Is that what you're saying, Boona? Raya in goal, White, Trippier, Cancelo, Martinelli, Maddison, Bowen and Foden, Jesus, Mitrovic and Haaland. What's your thoughts on Bowen? Do you reckon it could be time for him to maybe move on and maybe get in a different midfield option, Max? Or do you think against Bournemouth you want to keep him in for that fixture at home?
I have a slight bit of bias to Bowen, obviously, because of his history. But Bowen's a player that goes in fits and spurts, I feel. And I don't think you should look into that penalty miss too. Probably don't overthink it. It was a good penalty and it was a good save.
It's a strong team. He's got triple Arsenal, triple City. After his free hit's gone back.
I like Bowen for that fixture, and I wouldn't be taking him out.
I wouldn't be taking any of those players out.
I really like that team. I would roll a transfer probably.
Yeah,
but as I was saying on Bowen, I think he's a very good player, and he tends to be central to a lot of West Ham's attacks. And I don't think he's going to lose penalties just because he missed that one. I think he was slightly unfortunate. It wasn't a bad penalty. Alisson just made a really good save. And funnily enough, I think if that penalty goes in, you, Jason, yourself probably do better in this week because I think Liverpool turn it up and then get more goals off that game.
100%. Yeah, I mean, I even said, didn't I? I said, like, I think while we're watching the streams, I said if they score now, it's going to mean Liverpool are going to have to get goals.
Yeah, that game completely changed, and I think your attackers probably do a lot better than they did end up doing. For me,
more urgency. Yeah,
that doesn't come off, etc. But yeah, I think Boona's team's really solid, and looking at it, he should have a good game week, and I wouldn't be surprised to see Bowen get a goal and assist in that game.
I mean, how much is White?
Is he 5?
Is he 5?
I thought he was 4.5 because all the Arsenal defenders started at 4.5.
Is he like? Is he 4? Is he under 5? Can you do White to Trent? If you can do White to Trent,
White is 4.5.
So then he's got enough. Has he got enough? 4.5. He's got how much in the bank did he say he had? He can do White to Trent. You know what?
That sounds very good.
That because it's all about having attacking fullbacks, right? You got Trippier, you got Cancelo, and then you got White. It's like
if you can go to Trent on that move, that sounds incredible.
Yeah, if that's a free transfer, then yeah, that's an attractive move for definite.
For me, White is deadwood in terms of attacking prowess.
He's going to get you nothing.
Like it's the same as having just a defender you're playing for clean sheets. Trent is almost like you play Trent for his attacking potential, and if he gets
he doesn't have to make this move though. He doesn't have to make it if he doesn't want to do it. And I think that for me, it all depends on how desperate you are to get a Liverpool threat, like an attacking threat from Liverpool in there. He's on set pieces, as we know, corners, and he's more than capable of getting the ball in for Núñez to slot away. So. I think I would 100% prefer to have Trent and White, obviously. And if you can do that, it's a luxury move. That's a beautiful move. And have no other issues in your team to deal with. I mean, that's definitely a viable transfer there, definitely.
That sounds great. I'm trying to come up with a reason why you wouldn't do that move.
Yeah, the only reason I wouldn't do that move is if I was wanting to true free transfers going into the next game week, thinking that I wanted to maybe offload Some, maybe Maddison, maybe Bowen at a howler against Bournemouth. Maybe you can just do Maddison, Bowen out and bring some options in. Maybe look at, he's got 3 City, he's got 3 Arsenal. So maybe look at options elsewhere. Maybe get a Zaha in. He's still got some good fixtures. Maybe even Rashford could be an option for him that if he wants to go a bit isn't he 6 point? Isn't he like ridiculously cheap, Rashford? 6.6 or something. How much is Rashford?
I think he might have gone down again. He might be back at 6.5.
Rashford's 6.6. Absolutely. And he's going to be getting starts because Ronaldo's out of favour. So,
well, did you not see the news that Ronaldo will not be with the squad for the Chelsea game?
Oh no, I didn't see that. No.
Yeah, that got announced saying that Ronaldo would not travel with the squad.
Then Rashford is definitely someone that I think is on a lot of people's radars because United are going to get goals. If you look at the chances they're creating right now and the opportunities they're making, the United are going to get goals. And for 6.6 million, I think Rashford's going to be in a lot of people's teams.
Yeah, I agree. It's just whether he gets brought in this week. See, I think Rashford could actually do well this week. When we were talking about before that Rashford actually maybe has a better time against teams that attack. Don't play such a defensive low block.
Against Thiago Silva, mate, I've said it. Against Thiago Silva.
If they play a high line against Rashford and Thiago Silva is...
Who's going to win the foot race? Let's be honest.
Well, there you go. That's why I think I like Rashford for this fixture.
He doesn't even have to be on the last. He didn't have to be on his shoulder. He can literally give him a yard. Yeah. He'll still take him.
With these sort of players, I almost like Rashford for this fixture more than I do against Brentford, just because they're going to play a low block and that those sort of things aren't going to come too easily. Whereas Chelsea play a high line, you can get him behind there, and again, like you say, Rashford's pace versus even Aspilicueta.
Yeah,
he's getting up there, and he should do him for pace as well. So, going back to Bona's team, I think it's fantastic. And if it was me, I would be making that White to Trent transfer. It looks like one of those fixtures, where Trent ends up with a 15-pointer. He gets a clean sheet and assist.
I hope so.
And a free bonus.
Yeah. So I love this. I love it. I love these fast-firing game weeks. We've got one more full day until we're back into more games again. I thoroughly enjoyed Amazon Prime. I absolutely love the games being on Amazon Prime. I really hope that they really kind of come in to broadcast more games. I'm hoping that they do the seasonal fixtures, the Boxing Day fixtures again. And I hope they do more game weeks going forward in the future, because I really enjoy having the liberty to literally watch Amazon Prime. Every game. I just think it's amazing.
I think that my favourite game of the season of the year is Boxing Day when it's on. I really like just sitting there with a bit of chocolate, some of your dinner left over, and
it's amazing.
Watching the games. And the nice thing what they tend to do is they tend to stagger the games. So like we've seen this week, they do like a 7:30 kickoff, and then they do like a 8:15. So you get to watch the first half of the first game, and then you get to watch the first 15 minutes of the other game, and then you can switch back to your team. So you're never missing out on any action. So I think Amazon Prime is a fantastic platform. Can we just have a chat about your team, Jason? Because it's interesting after what you did last week what you did for the free hit.
Yeah, I mean, you can certainly have a chat about my team if you wish. I've obviously given my side, my thoughts. The chat seemed to have liked my team going into this upcoming game week 13. I think it's an extremely attacking team with sort of key players, some differentials there too. I'm very again, I play this game for fun and for enjoyment purposes. I don't stress over this game to the same level as some people out there. I'm more than capable of admitting mistakes. I think the free hit didn't pay off. I said earlier on, I think that I possibly had made an error of judgment during the free hit. But again, I think the mindset of being responsible for your decision making and following through with it and just accepting when things don't go right is really important with FPL, and having that mental fortitude and relax and calm mindset is going to see you through the long term, as opposed to just majorly looking at a single game week. So am I happy with my team now? Yes. Was I happy with my team with the free hit? I mean, the Son pick was a bit out there, but again, free hit, you bring in players that are capable of providing an explosive return, that are low ownership, and I think the picks on the free hit weren't bad. I think it's just a bad game week for attacking options all across the board, really. So I've made some surgery to my team. I'll go through the transfers for the people that don't know. I got I'll start off talking about Sanchez. Sanchez out for Kepa. I think Kepa is absolutely extremely amazing value at 4.5. James, Reece James made way for Trent Alexander-Arnold. Maddison made way for Phil Foden. Martial made way for Firmino, and Kane made way for Darwin. And for the fixture between now and the World Cup, I couldn't be happier with my team.
Yeah, like I say, those moves are incredible, and I probably couldn't have picked better ones myself if I was trying to rearrange your team. I guess the only sticking point to all this is it's obviously come at a cost of -16,
yes,
which is the big talking point if we're going to go in depth into it.
I'm not worried in the slightest. I'm absolutely not concerned in the slightest.
Not like I'm not saying you should be, but I'm just trying to get to the point of was there maybe a different thing you could have gone? Was there was you ever thinking do I go all out surgery, or is it just a case of because you said when we were chatting about the free hit, you said I'm just going to play Martial next week. That was I think you said that when we were discussing next week's teams on the preview.
I had the mindset that I'm making changes, and if I'm taking a -8, I might as well just go and just do what I want to do. If I'm going to take some hits, I might just get it over and done with. And Martial, to me, I'm very much it's not mental, Dawson. It's not come back on Sunday and we'll have a chat. No, I'm not convinced Martial starts. I'm not convinced that he plays and made. I feel that that Ten Hag's obviously now going to be very careful with Martial. He's not going to throw him in. He's gonna stagger him in. He's gonna bring him in maybe on the 70th minute, 75th minute. Bring him in for 15 minutes or so. And I think that worst case scenario, if I was to get him back in, I can get him back in. I've got the price points there. With the Liverpool double up there, I could easily get Martial back in if he was looking to start banging and getting some reliable game time. And that's what it all boils down to: bringing in players that are going to give you reliable game time that you trust are going to start games. And United will get goals. And I think Rashford is someone that is going to be high on my radar as well. You see that Zaha pick there. That's another route in. So if you look at my team, I've actually got some nice price points in my team that I can adjust if I wished to for those sort of assets. So stick with the lot.
No, sorry, I was just going to say, I really like your team, and obviously it's these players are long-term picks, so 16's a big hit, but at the same time,
I didn't need to do Kepa in this week, to be honest, against United.
I think maybe, and obviously correct me if I'm wrong, maybe what you've done is you've made a couple of transfers, and I'll put my hands up, I've been guilty of doing it myself as well. You maybe take a -8 and then you think, do you know what, I don't care now. I'm just going to make a couple more.
Yeah.
And get the team to the way I like it.
100%. Yeah, 100%. I just literally was going, right, what do I want to do with my team? Right, where can I do?
I'm guilty of that as well.
See you later, Reece James. See you later, Maddison. See you later, Martial. And at the point,
instead of taking a -8, you just go, do you know what? not bothered. Let's just get the team I want, and we'll see how it plays out over the next couple of weeks.
For 8 points more, I'm happy with my team, and like one player can bring those points back for me. So
I guess
my captaincy's on Darwin. You see that?
I didn't see that. You're going with Darwin. Interesting.
So there we go. I say about bringing in players for a hit and captaining them.
Yeah, I mean, fair play. It takes some balls to do that. So
I may switch to Foden.
But you sort of not going Haaland then?
No.
Is it like an attempt to try and maybe claw some of the points back, or is it just?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is.
That makes sense. But then
there's no point me now captaining Haaland because I've done that. I want to attack the game week. It's a toss up between Darwin and Foden, and I'm not 100% with it right now. But it'll be one of Darwin or Foden.
Well, you know yourself, it's a risk, and obviously maybe that minus 16 turns essentially turned into a minus 25 Haaland bangs.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if Darwin does really well, you get that big payoff and you basically wipe out your hit.
I think 9 times out of 10 when I take a big hit, they pay off. So let's hope that the luck is with me again this time. If it is, Steve-O's going to be all over that. He's going to be doing members videos for weeks talking about how lucky I am in this game. But
just one thing I wanted to touch on before you.
Yeah, I need to get off in a sec. So
it was just about the free hit. That was all. I think people get too hung up on how a game week goes, because for me that free hit was the right decision. You just got the wrong outcome. People may disagree with that free hit being the right decision, but you just got the wrong outcome. I've made wrong decisions and got the right outcome. For me, all you can do is...
Well, I was unable to take the point hit and have a team for the next 4 weeks, until the World Cup that I'm happy with, because the fact it was City blank, because it was an Arsenal blank. I still wanted to have City players. I still wanted to have at least one Arsenal player in my team. So if I was to do massive transfers, I couldn't make the team that I wanted. Like, I couldn't make this team, for example, and play this team last week, midweek, because
I think just the point I'm trying to make is that just because you make the right decision doesn't mean you're going to get the right outcome. And again, just because you make a wrong decision doesn't mean you're not going to get punished. You could pick the players that make sense every single week and then not perform. I've been on the end of it both ways. I've picked players that I thought they're going to do really, really well, and they've blanked. And I've picked a player that I thought that was a bad decision, and then they've hauled. I think it's best not to concentrate on the results and just trying to make the best decisions you possibly can. And over a long period of time, that will work out for you.
Yeah. And I just want to say that Kepa, Chelsea fans in the chat, what suddenly happened? Why is he's playing phenomenal? He's Mendy hasn't got a shot at getting back in that team, and he's playing like the keeper that he was before he came to Chelsea. With that reputation.
Let's not forget, Chelsea paid 70 million for Kepa.
Yeah,
he was supposed to be the next long term,
and he's looking
big player.
He looks quality.
I think Mendy's made a few stinkers, and Kepa has forced his way back into the team. And now
Kepa's been humbled, isn't he? The ego was growing on him, and I think that stint on the bench is basically hopefully got his feet back on the ground. He's actually realised that, hang on, I need to football first, ego later, and hopefully he's just gonna, now I've brought him in, hopefully he's gonna keep getting this.
When players aren't playing, sometimes a new manager comes in, and you get a fresh shot to prove your point. And I think Mendy was still the number one when Potter came in, but I think Potter made the decision that Mendy was a bit off it, gave Kepa his chance, and now he's grabbed it with both hands. And I think he will be Chelsea's keeper for the foreseeable future. And I think there's half a chance Mendy will go in January.
Yeah. Have you read this report from iSport on Twitter saying exclusive? Man United, here, I'll bring it up on the screen. Exclusive. Man United are considering releasing Cristiano Ronaldo on a free transfer if a suitor is not found in January.
I think it sounds crazy, but I think it makes sense.
Yeah.
And
if it's a toxic player in the dressing room, if it's a distraction, if it's if it's affecting the team, then it's much better to cut your losses, right?
the saga this season has been ridiculous, and
It really is.
I think cutting all ties would make the most sense.
Yeah.
Ronaldo had a legacy at Man United, and it's slowly going away, and people are going to forget about that to what is happening now. And I think it will all be down to the financial aspect, right, of whether they do cut ties or not, because they'll have to pay him.
I just want to say, I'm so happy that Ten Hag has taken the stance that he's taken.
Yeah,
because like he could have easily bowed down to Cristiano Ronaldo, the history, his stature in the game. It could have been a club run by Ronaldo with Ten Hag as a proxy manager. But the
lesser managers would have done 100%.
And I love the fact that Ten Hag has literally said, no, I'm the manager. If you're going to act like that, you're out of the team. You're on the bench. You're out of the team for the next game. And willing to get rid of him for free in January is the icing on the cake. Like the fact that that these rumors have come out, that they've leaked, that they're happy to get to cut their losses, just shows their position. No player is bigger than the club. That's the way it should be. It was the same way with David Beckham. It was the same way with Roy Keane. That you shouldn't have authority over the squad, over the club and the runnings and the squad selections, and certainly Ronaldo's he's got a big ego, right? You have to have a big ego to be at the level that he's been at, but it's just a bad match, isn't it? It's a real bad match him at United at the moment, and the best scenario would be we find someone that want to sign him. If not, get him gone, and he'll sign up for someone else. I'm sure there'll be a Spanish club or whatever.
Honestly,
you may even go to Sporting again. You never know.
For the sake of both parties, Ronaldo and Manchester United, it's best that they just cut ties, and I hope that, for the sake of especially Man United fans, like that he does leave, and it's more amicable than it's just like a spit in the dummy out. Because the other night when he walked off the pitch, he was basically making himself the headlines. And you see he's wanting to get a reaction from the newspapers, 100%, because he's not getting a reaction from the newspapers on the pitch. He's going to get a reaction from the newspapers off the pitch, and it's horrible to say, but it's smart. It's smart from his point of view, trying to force that through. It's horrible from a Man United fan's perspective, and football in general. You don't want to see that, but if he's technically a businessman or he's trying to make that move, that is what you would do to draw attention.
He needs to go. He needs to go.
Another issue.
I never thought I'd say it, but
it's sad. It's sad. But another issue for me is that the pundits, like your Roy Keanes, your Rio Ferdinands, Gary Neville's, all these guys that have played with him. The tending, I wouldn't say they were siding with him, but I think they're more leaning towards Ten Hag trying to get him back onto the pitch.
Yeah, and because they don't know this, they don't know the full picture, and also like you said, they've played with him, they're mates, with him.
Yeah, that's the thing I'm not overly happy about when I listen to these guys. I think you need to. It's difficult to take a neutral stance, obviously, when you're a club legend like Gary Neville is, but I think he needs to realise that it's toxic now, and Ronaldo just needs to go.
Yes. Anyway, it's been 2 hours. I need to bid farewell to everybody because we're back again tomorrow night. Don't forget, Max. So save it if you're free tomorrow night to come on, speak to Steve.
Yeah, I will be for a little bit, but I'm on the Euro at like 10 a.m. tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Best of luck for your tournament, dude. Enjoy your trip down to Nice. Is Leo? Sorry, Leo.
Leo, yeah. You got it right the first time.
Yeah. Sorry, it's like midnight and I'm losing brain cells, but the sugar rush. I'm starting to come down off the sugar rush. So
yeah.
Anyway, I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, get us on social media, Elite FPL, at Elite FPL, Discord, join the Discord. We'll be back tomorrow evening, probably around the 7 o'clock mark to discuss the game week 13. Take care, guys. All the best.
Awesome. Thanks, Jess. Speak to you later, everyone.
Cheers, Max.